So then, after a very long hiatus, we are back for GP2OS here. Round 10 here at Hungary. Lights are on. And we are underway here, as it seems to be a decent start. It's a very good start from Brian Herter. Gets an excellent start. And then roll that way down to turn 1. But Brian Herter straight down the inside into second place there. Fantastic start for the American. As Senna now goes side by side with Nigel Mansell, but Senna gets on top there, as then it's Nigel Mansell, Johnny Herbert with a fantastic start as well. Damon Hill dropping down in P6, Lacey in P7, with Gerhard Berger in P8 as they all fly down here into this very fast sweeping sector 2 of Hungary. Michael Schumacher as well in P9, that's a fantastic start from him as well, as they head down to the 6-7 chicane here. So it is Eddie Irvine who leads the Hungarian Grand Prix after starting pole position. He's looking to get his championship charge back on track here, and this is just the way he wants to do it, I'm sure. There's Brian Herter as well with a fantastic start as well in P2. And he's really been leading these results, and hopefully the whole on to this towards the end of this race. But Senna as well, on a winning streak at the moment, is also going to be wanting to get the most out of this race. But as they now cross the line to start lap 2, Eddie Irvine with the fastest lap, but Brian Herter as well, just picked him now. But it's only that one fastest lap, doesn't matter all too much. But Senna is right on the back, as all of there's a bit of team swappage here. Johnny Herbert is letting Damon Hill through. So Johnny Herbert sees Damon Hill, he's clearly the quicker driver at the moment, and thinks, right, I'll just let him go and hold up the cars behind. His championship rival, mind you, just behind, and John Lacey is also going to be very ravenous here to overtake it and pass Johnny Herbert. But it's looking very, very good here for Eddie Irvine. He isn't alone. He has Brian Herter and Senna hot on his heels. So it's very interesting. And there's Nigel Mansell as well, just slowly backing away, I think, in terms of pace. It is pretty clear to see who the top 3 are, and it is Herter, Irvine and Senna. I mean, Herter as well, it's like when he did, I was not expecting to see him in the top 3 on that too, but, you know, there we are. Senna as well, very much looking to continue his winning streak, obviously. Unfortunate to have the reliability issues he did very early on, and we would have thought that it wouldn't last, the Senna-Ferrari partnership. It wouldn't last. Here we go. He is lasting to Hungary, and he's making good use of the new package. As there's a bit of low tick going on in the background. That is Herbert being overtaken by Lacey, as Lacey goes through into 6th. As Herbert seems to be dropping quite a lot here. As the pace of qualifying did show that he wasn't exactly the front runner today. It was a shame, considering his package is a very, very good one. And I think Hill and Herbert should be back with the lead here rather than 5th and 7th. But here we are, Berger all over the back of Johnny Herbert. So Berger, desperate to try and make a move. And Herbert, as here we go, coming into the chicane here. There's always a move going on the back, maybe. And that's Hakkinen, so Hakkinen as well, with a cracking start as well, to be on the back of Radell. So that's fantastic. As Michael Schumacher as well, just on the back of this little train here, and he's actually holding Berger up. I mean, isn't that crazy? So, Berger and Schumacher, 2 cars in the middle, we were expecting to be held up by Williams, but here we are. Is so Senna on the back of Herter. Will he be able to use the power of the Ferrari to his advantage? No, Herter holding on in the McLaren. Is now Berger looking for a move down the inside of Herbert, and he's done it. So Berger now up into 7th place, with Herbert dropping like a stone here. Williams now running forward with the back of the Irvine. Just sees Herter and Senna off in the distance there. As Irvine really is going to be wanting this win. He's been flying recently, albeit with some mechanical failure. I think he was on for a win. It's been a while now, but he was on for a good result in Silverstone, and fortunately problems beckoned. But that thought, it's been no huge major issues, although I'll probably just commentator cursed it. As we all know, every time I seem to say something, something goes wrong. But you never know. As Herta now holding off Senna. What a fantastic job Herta's done at the moment. Which, for a driver that seems to just be happy with 4th and 11th place finishes, or some DNS every now and then, but here we go actually, because Senna looks a lot closer this lap than he had done in previous ones. Is he going to look for a sound? I think he is. Down the inside, Senna goes, but he's not going to commit. He's not going to commit. That's rare of Senna. Herta holds on. Then again, I think it might be Herta breaking a bit later. Quick move, and that is Giancarlo Fisichella taking a move on a teammate, Enrique Mohammed. So Fisichella goes through. Van der Peet as well. Just behind Alex Mancinelli. It's Alex Mancinelli going also pace of footwork as well. A podium this year, I mean, wouldn't really predict that, would you? But footwork do have a podium this year. They've been struggling in recent rounds as teams like Larousse and I think, when I say Lotus as well, Schumacher have been improving heavily, but is that the car or is it the driver? Because I think a lot of people have been saying that Hakkinen and Schumacher deserve better machinery for 1995 as stuck in subpar machinery for the better part of, well, a good few years now, and the team really should have given them chances, but they're just really expensive at the moment. They're just too good, and Lotus and Lewis have put very high prices on them, so yeah, not great. Johnny Herbert, look at that, he's being kind of pressed by Hakkinen. Come on, Johnny. He's really struggling here, but that's also Damon Hill going down the inside of Mansell. And Damon Hill down the inside, he's not happy with Irvine, pulling the gap he is. I'm looking to do something about it, but that's Mika Hakkinen through on Herbert as well. Hakkinen's flying at the moment, up into P8 for Larousse. Larousse could dearly go with some points. Evan Parley has been deeply upset, I think, with his team's result this year. And he relies on Hakkinen rather a lot, I think it's fair to say. Johnny Herbert, Michael Schumacher, and Brundle as well. So Brundle in the Jordan, the so reliable Jordan, is on the back of Lotus and Williams. Eddie Irvine, our leader. Eddie Irvine definitely has splashes of pace where he just absolutely dominates the field. There has usually been when he gets pole position. Remember France? An absolute domination of a win. Will he be able to do the same here in Hungary? Only time will tell. Brian Herta now has Senna all over the back of him. And Senna is rather frustrated, I think, with this situation he finds himself in. Stuck behind Brian Herta. As this move's been made, a lazy through Mansell. So now Mansell dropping so much. I mean, there was rumours of him looking at maybe retiring us this year. I think he's given all he's had to give in the world of F1. Leave Ferrari to search for another driver. Right now have Berger all over the back of that Ferrari. On the back of Herta, but Herta, I think it's fair to say, is flying at the moment, and he's on for a very good result if we can hold on to this. Is Herta, and we've not seen in America much at all really this year. We've not seen this pace in America. Still getting just decent results, decent enough results in the car, but Steve Van der Peet thought that the McLaren drive was deserved from 1994. The ventures of Vendretti, he thought, right, let's do better. We'll put Herta in the car, but picking up McLaren. John Lacey is going to go down the inside of his championship rival. Through he goes, and in the background as well, I think that's also Berger getting past on Mansell. So Berger is now through on Mansell, and Lacey is through on Hill, so a title rival battle going on here, Lacey and Hill. Now Lacey is going to now put his foot down and maybe try and catch up to Senna, but again, this is all very early on. Lap 8 of 77 here. So Tyrrell clearly don't have the greatest qualifying pace, but they certainly, it's fair to say they certainly have the race pace here. There's Senna now all over the back of Herta, but I don't think he's going to be able to get the move. So straight line speed of Ferrari, not enough. But what do we have to defend from Hakkinen here? Because Mansell has Hakkinen all over the back of him, but no, Hakkinen is not going to make a audacious send. He's going into turn one. It's very unfortunate. I think we would have loved to have seen that as Alex Mansell now under pressure from the footwork of, I believe that is. Who is that? Panis, is this? No? Yes? Yes. It's Panis. No. Morbidelli, sorry. Morbidelli is still Mancinelli. So Morbidelli makes the move there. In the Italian. Got his debut, I believe, at the British Grand Prix. And he's now riding for the rules. Maybe not putting the results that Empire would have wanted, but given time, and I'm sure Mancinelli will become champion. He's proven it in F3000. He won that obviously last year. 1993. On the sidelines, hard quite line for, but now is given the chance after Evan Powell, quite frankly, an absolute shocker in the first two races. So, well, cut to Eddie Irvine. He's flying at the moment. Nothing is challenging him. There's a Lacey as well in P4. Damon Hill P5, Berger in P6 as well. However, Berger all over the back of Lee, that is Damon Hill, so he's all over the back of Damon Hill here, maybe looking for a move, and no, he's not going to do it. There's Mansell as well, also has Mika Hakkinen over the back of him. Someone give Hakkinen a better drive from this LaRousse. Someone, please give him a better drive from this LaRousse. He's all over the back of a Ferrari, for goodness sake. He's absolutely flying. Lap 10 here of 77. And still leading with Herta in second, Senna in third, still struggling to get past. We have Lacey, Hill, Berger, Mansell, still the Hakkinen all over the back. And then there's Herbert. Everyone join the Herbert train. He's got Schumacher, Brundle, and even now coming up to be Van der Peet. Stuck behind him. Also, I think it's worth mentioning Vidal is also having the greatest of races compared to his teammate, who is leading on G. So Vidal not having the best of races, I think it's fair to say. As there was a move, I think it's right. Yeah, we got Berger is drawn Hill. Completely missed that, ladies and gentlemen, so I do apologise, but yeah, that is Berger through on Damon Hill, so Berger making moves here. He's now P5, so he's flying, he's doing exactly what he needs to do here in that Tyrrell. I think it's fair to say as well, he has been powering Tyrrell on his back for the best part of this season. In the constructors, Tyrrell around P5, so hello. Hakkinen, I thought we were going to make a move into the chicane. That would have been very, very ambitious. And how unsurprising would it have been for an Evan Party team to make a move into the 6-7 chicane? I don't think. Not really that surprising, really, is it? He probably told him to make the move just to maybe get me say it. But anyway, Hakkinen still on the back of Mansell. Just wondering when the first pit stop's going to start happening, because we are yet to have a single retirement here at 12 out of 77. Everyone's being very well behaved. All the engines are being well behaved at the minute. I'm looking at you, Jordan. And Jordan is known for exploding, and now actually not doing so in Gondor on P11 as well. So Mika Hakkinen still on the back of Mansell, but this is not for any points. But I'm sure Hakkinen would want to get past slowly with Mansell. Mansell has literally just become a moving chicane at the moment. He's just not trailing with that Ferrari. And it's such a surprise as well, because obviously he got pole in Brazil. And I think from then on, everyone was thinking, right, even though obviously he had that failure, I mean, as the most drivers in Brazil, think we all thought that maybe Mansell would take the challenge to Senna this season, but as the season's gone on, he just hasn't had the Mansell touch I think we all thought he would. And he's just fallen off. And I think maybe it's coming to age. Maybe he is just getting quite old. I mean, he's been in sport quite a while. And also starting. I wouldn't say a young age. I wouldn't say an old age either. Just mid-aged. He's in his full season. He probably lost it at the time. Maybe do something else. Which is also completely fair. This is a cart stop off. That's Morbidelli. There is our first retirement of the race. Or is it a mistake for Morbidelli? Might be a mistake. Let's have a look at the replay. Morbidelli, is it a retirement or a mistake? It's a mistake. To Morbidelli, challenging for no points whatsoever. Decides, you know what, I'm going to make this race just a tad bit more interesting and go for a little bit of a spin. And Morbidelli, for a spin, a bit of a hop, skip and a jump there for Morbidelli. What he's doing now, oh dear, that is not the track, my friend. It is now. Where are you going? Looking for a pot and gun? What's he doing? There we go. So Morbidelli finds the track in P26. So what was a failure was actually a spin. And Morbidelli, that very silly mistake from the Italian. Team boss, I thought well, it's going to be best pleased with that one, but. We move, it's a long race, 13 out of 77. But still ahead of Senna. Senna, I'm surprised, hasn't gone for this absolutely bombastic overtakes from McLaren yet, but he's biding his time, waiting for the perfect moment. How long is too long because he has a fast moving car right behind him. I get everyone's had the upgrade window and stuff, but usually we at least have one more time, but maybe from a Jordan. That's what we're used to, right? As overtake being made here, that's Brundle through on Johnny Herbert. The next move on Williams. Herbert has been dropping up an absolute stone in this race. Similar to Mansell. Yeah, Williams as well, so Ryan would probably have to be said. Pasha Elo, not going to be a happy man, I think. He's battling through constructors, and the last thing he needs is a drop in form in the Brit. So, yeah, Williams leading the constructors, yet only holding on to 1 point at the moment. Not a good look. As we all like to say. It's that 15 out of 77. Williams can well be playing a long game here. Whereas all these teams running ahead could be pushing their cars just a little bit too much. And the engine failures may or may not start to creep in. As here we have Brian Herter. Staying ahead of Senna. I think we should move to Lacey now as well. I think he's closing the gap, but he isn't coming away either. Senna, Berger P5, Health P6, Mansell still is picking him right on his rear. Martin Brundle now starting to pull away. It's Bandit Pete as well makes a move on Herbert, so Bandit Pete up into P10. Michael Schumacher in P12. What happened to Michael? I swear he was doing a lot better than this. So maybe he's just still stuck behind Herbert. Can't make a move because of the power of the engine. Rydell, 14th. So Rydell's 14th. That's a bit of a surprise there. They've a cool father, mind you. P17 for Simtek, so should Simtek been ahead. Simtek in a very good position here. It's Mohammed, P18, Kitayama, 19th in the well. His teammate, but then again, not too big of a position difference really. Nicola Levy, yeah, so I think the best we talk about is this team, Lizio. Now Lizio, they're starting off the season, I think, quite well. just really struggling with back here. It's the same with Senna. Senna at the start of the season, well, back early, we usually saw in the top 6. Consistently scoring points, consistently finishing, and now look at him, he's down on P23, and one of his drivers, and now hasn't even qualified. And now as well, just cut to the two Pacific, Fittipaldi. Again, this is another thing as well. Fittipaldi has had a complete turnaround as well. I really thought that Verstappen was the one absolutely trouncing him. Fittipaldi, I mean, look, Verstappen has the fair share of points in Pacific, and I think has the only points in Pacific. Fittipaldi, you know, he's changed a new leaf here, and I think he's maybe seen that his teammates got points and not to prove Anthony Smith that he's more than just a second driver. You know, he can battle for this stuff. There's yellow flags. Johnny Herbert. Johnny Herbert is out. We saw him driving slow. Maybe this was a precursor to what was going to happen. Herbert is out. Johnny Herbert is out. I am bewildered by that. It's a puncture. So maybe he might have had a slow puncture. Oh, Herbert. So Johnny Herbert is out of this race because we could probably cut a slow puncture, I'd like to say, but the team couldn't pick up on it. So, yeah, we were wondering why he was driving so slow. And that is probably a reason. That really dispatches Schumacher and Fisichella now. And, yeah, so Herbert driving very slow. And I'm afraid that was the result of that. So, hey ho, Herbert retires and is off first retirement on lap 17. So, Brian Herta still ahead of Senna. Irvine still in the lead, mind you, as well. It was hard to forget the dominating Benetton at the moment. Damon Hill as well, the sole remaining Williams in this race. Not have thought I'd be saying this on lap 17. Still ahead of Hakkinen. Hakkinen ought to maybe start launching a move, I think, on the Ferrari. Evan Parley is probably going to be wanting that right about now. But he will beg his team. Going quite well, considering the first 4 rounds. And Senna still falling into the back. It's a Lacey Berger Hill. Mansell, but look, Hakkinen really can't close the gap as I'm pretty sure that the slowest straight line speed car against the far highest straight line speed car. So it's bound to happen really. He's Martin Brundle P9, Van der Peet in P10 now, Schumacher. Shigella. P12, Rindell, P13, Hannes behind him, Mansell, P15, Irvine, P16. Now, Irvine as well, I think it's worth talking about. I mean, he's had his moments, he's had his races where he has struggled. And I think it's fair to say that, and a lot of people will turn around and be like, oh, you can't say that, you know, he's a rookie, and if he fails and he's battling Anthony last season, no. You know, he's had his moments, and I think it's fair to say, and I think it's fair that we highlight those moments, because Coulthard has the potential, he really, really does. And I think we've proven that in many of the drives, including his current one, where he really outperformed against Imtech, considering his teammate, being Figueroa, who I think Noah Sparks promoted out of frustration with his second driver at the time. I think it was anyone who remembers who say on YouTube that I remember while watching his premiere back, but Liverpool Coulthard, yeah, he's Van der Peet pits by the way, so Van der Peet is in the pit lane, but yeah, so Van der Peet is our first stop. Whether or not that's a scheduled one, I do not know. Yeah, David Coulthard I think does deserve a good seat, as that is as well. Football going on the side of Rydell, it's Panis, and the side of Rydell at turn 1, but yeah, Coulthard, yeah, I'm kind of advertising a bit here, but any team picking him up 995 would be very grateful. Or if Simtek want to keep him, I'm sure they'll probably try and bind him down to some sort of contract, because Simtek are en route to be a tier 3 team, so they could be battling for maybe even put. I mean, look, put it this way, right? Berger is driving for Tyrrell, who are a tier 3 team, and seemingly they've picked everything right because As Irvine pits, leading in the pit lane, and Lotus following in as well. In other news, just while we're yakking about Coulthard. So Irvine and Herta into the pit lane, Senna as your new race leader. So, yeah. So Senna will become a tier 4 team. Well, I say will, might do. Because at this rate, we're not sure if we'll remember scoring the point will be here, but if they do, then I think Pacific needs to still be cool, even after scoring points. What a cool world. But we cut to Berger here in P3. Lacey. Hill. P4. Eddie Irvine. P5. So Eddie Irvine has just made his pit stop as Fisichella now is into the pit lane. So Irvine, having just made his pit stop, is out in P5 behind Damon Hill. Now this is a difficult one here, Williams, because they've seen now that Benetton are quick in this one. I think it's fair to say they've been very quick in this one. The new upgrades have really propelled them quite a bit there. And he's absolutely flying all of his points if he sends it on Hill the next few corners. Irvine really looking at this title, and he wants it. He dearly wants it. He's been flying at Benetton this year. Benetton has been absolutely unstoppable. So one of the best cars drawn with Williams. Williams has its best car on some tracks, Benetton has its best car on others. And I think this one is where the Benetton is at its absolute quickest. As Eddie Irvine, I'm going to look to make a move on Damon Hill, heading down into turn 1. Here we go, Eddie Irvine makes the move on the Brit, and Hill now relegated into 5th place. So Hill now pit stop down and behind Irvine as Coulthard into the pit lane. But it just shows though, Irvine is absolutely flying in this one, and I think also that's going to be very happy with this. So far, 21 out of 77. It's not all over till it's over, as I would like to say. But it's fair to say, however, that look, I'm going to put it quite bluntly here. The Benetton, even though it's supposed to have a nice, good, reliable engine, has had a dastardly habit of failing this season. And not just the engine, but the whole car as well. It's just had it just falling apart. Right when Irvine needs it not to. And I think Irvine would be leading this Drivers' Championship had it not been for the failures. But I think this is F1 at the moment. Where everyone is, in hindsight, struggling for reliability. And I think in the coming years, everyone's going to figure it out, and I think we'll have less retirements due to mechanical failures. But this just does come to that whole thing of, do we like mechanical failures in racing? Does it add an element of surprise? Because I'm sure as viewers we all love it, right? As viewers, it's like, oh my goodness, engine failed, give so and so a chance to do something they'll never be able to do. Well, yes, I agree with that. I think it's also fair to say that engine failures fuck up the big team's chances. Again, the big teams will definitely have something to say about that. And I think it's just it. The big team will want to create reliable engines, because what they'll want to do is they will not want to be blowing up at crucial points, which I think is fair to say that the big team have been doing this year. And Senna getting overtaken here. That's terrible. He's going really slow here with Senna. Is he out? Oh my goodness, I've not been talking about engines blowing up and he's just done it. Oh my god. Senna is out. What's the failure? What's happened? What's happened to Senna? There's another car. Irvine is off. So Senna's out with a puncture. There's punctures at galore. Irvine is off as well. That's Irvine. Senna and Irvine are out. What's happened to Irvine? Another puncture. What is going on? There's loads of punctures going on. Senna and Irvine out at the same corner. I can't believe what I'm seeing here. I'm absolutely speechless. I was wondering why Senna was getting overtaken by footwork and driving so slow there, but that is 2 front runners out of this race. We've had 3 of the big teams out before Jordan. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. We've had Senna on a desperate charge to get back into this championship fight. He's out along with Irvine. Now, one driver I don't think anyone expected to still be in this is Hill, and Hill looks to still be in contention for a good result here, maybe top 4. Hakkinen now in the pit lane, but oh my god, I can't believe that. But Berger is in the lead of this race. So Berger's leading, obviously Berger is still yet to pit. Herta is in the theoretical lead, it's just Verstappen that gets overtaken. Lapped, I'm not sure by Simtek, probably overtaken. No, I think if Pacific get lapped by Simtek, I think it's fair to say I just need to hang up the boots. But Berger leads. Wow. I mean, Berger obviously, like I say, still has a pit stop, and Herta is looking like the quick one here. So, Herta, right on the back of Damon Hill. So Herta has been absolutely flying. And having Irvine and Senna both retire, is this the chance that the American needs? Is this the chance for him to show what he is capable of in Formula 1? He is absolutely flying at the moment. We might be looking at a move on Damon Hill with a better tyres. Here we go. He's right on the back. Look at this. So close. Here we go. Down the main straight they go. Herta in the slipstream of Hill. Pulls to the inside and through he goes. So Herta is through on Damon Hill. And theoretically, Herta leads this race. And oh no! There's 2 cars off. That's Brundle. Brundle's off. JJ Leto. What's happened here? So let's have a look then. So they head down. There's a sector of oh dear. Oh, no. That was very ambitious. I think impatience there from Brundle. He could have been on for some very good points here for Jordan, but I think he's just throwing it all over. That was silly. That was very silly from Brundle. He's on for such good points, and yeah, I mean, it could still be on. That was not Brundle's most finest moment, I think, because JJ Leto rejoins and Brundle now waits for a moment. He's going to pass by his teammate here. There you go, his teammate goes through. Also through goes the footwork, we saw a spin earlier. He's decided to do a little bit of a donut to get back on track, but yeah, Brundle, very silly. That was, for a driver experience, I'm not expecting him to make similar to that. In a season where Jordan is so desperate for these points, he is just throwing them away. But anyway, we move. And Herta now in second place. Berger leading. So Berger is going to be in the pits the next 2 or 3 laps. I think he might be going for the one-stopper or two-stopper. I'm not too sure of the strategy around here. I think William Berger might be trying the one-stopper. He's very ambitious, anyone doesn't want to stop around there. I think it's fair to say Herta is on the quicker strategy. It's fine. You just see in the background. You can't see in the background. The camera just goes down right as he hits the corner. 26 out of 77 here, so still a long way to go. So a lot of things happen. Still loads of things to happen, really. Let's be real. I'd seen the real goal with Senna and Irvine, but then a lot can happen with motor racing, and usually it does. I've probably massively misquoted the great Murray Walker there, but it's genuinely surprising, I think, especially to see them both go off at the same corner, both with a puncture. I mean, Or McLaren, there we go, through he goes. Burger pits, but yeah, I just think it's incredible really what we've seen. I mean, I'm so surprised by it, and I think Herbert with a puncture, Senna with a puncture, Irvine with a puncture. This right, who else is going to get a puncture? Everyone seems to be getting it at the moment, and I have absolutely zero idea why. I haven't a clue, and maybe there's something lying on the track that we don't know of. Maybe there's just something going on. We do not know. I mean, that's the crazy thing about motorsport. As there's moves being made, it's right down. That Rydell being passed by Hackett, and yes, Hackett with fresher tyres. On old tyres. Brian Herter, what a race. What a race he's having at the moment. I think he'll really want this one to end. I probably will actually at this rate, because it seems like anyone moving tyres through Rose Morbidelli. On Taki and Nui, I believe that is. Is Fisichella slowing? Fisichella is slowing. I wonder what that is. Can't be another puncture. What is it? What's happened to Fisichella here? Transmission. Okay, finally, we've had a failure that isn't a puncture. But yeah, Fisichella out of this race as Mansell into the pit lane. But yeah, that's very unfortunate there. Fisi. It's Michael Schumacher going to the pit lane, but Brian Herter, he's so fired over that. I mean, what hill pit, he is going to be flying. And also, mind you, I'm not sure. Anyone who was watching in the Prix, you guys have probably got a better memory than me. I'm recording this at a very late time at night. Herter has had a lacy pit. I'm sure Van der Pit will be able to tell you this because he's probably keeping an eye on this team a lot more right now. But I think a Lacey has. I think surely Lacey's pit. There's no way 66 seconds off. I'm pretty sure Lacey's pit. So McLaren could go for one time. With Hunter ahead of Lacey. We don't know. I really don't know. With this rate, it's incredible really. What Hunter's been able to do, obviously. From where he started, I don't think anyone would be expecting this, and even more unexpectedly, the move he made going to the turn one was just absolutely incredible. He had an incredible start and just absolutely sent it. With no reason to apologise either, just absolutely sending it. We love to see that. We love to see it. Now what I'm going to just leave the simulator to do our cameras for us. If it does get one like this or something like that, then I will very much do it myself again, but just need to get my hands away from the keyboard here. As here we go. I'm going to stop thing moving as Mancinelli is now being overtaken by Hakkinen now up into P6 of points. So a load of cars coming into the pit lane now. Skitayama, Panis, Rydell. Into the pit lane. Michael Schumacher now looking for a move on. Who is this? That's Lorini. So Schumacher down the entire Lorini. There's Coulthard in P12 as well. It's a Coulthard. Coulthard had pit. I think you've got to elaborate that. Coulthard is in P12. After pit stop, Martin Bundle now back on the charge. Down the side of his teammates. Easy as a like. Easy as a like before Bundle. But yeah, lap 29 at 77. We've still got 47 laps left to go now. 13 laps left to 7. We now have 47 laps left to go. And at this rate, anything can happen. Absolutely anything. And I think it's fair to say that. As we now cut to Brian Herter, who has just been, he's been incredible really. I can't say no. I think he's had his moments this year where he's really been slow compared to racing. He was on pace and in the race. I mean, his debut race did not go well, as I'm sure we'll be right. It's just happened, I think, laps. Probably overtaken, I think. As I'm sure the first few races would not have gone the way of Herter. And Brazil, I remember he was very upset with his result. You know, he spun quite a lot and It's Mancinelli now under pressure from Ferrari. Now, this is important really. So Mancinelli has been linked to maybe going to Ferrari. He's only just rumours, obviously. But that's nice. Yeah, 3 mantle goals on Mancinelli. But there have been links. And because Mancinelli being Italian, he's come through junior ranks. Ferrari have been talking about it every now and then. The board might force Elliot Vega's hand really to sign all the yellow flags. Oh no! Guys, I'm talking about him. No, with the loose wheel. Oh no! Right as I'm talking about the man, he decides to have a loose wheel. Oh dear! So that Mancinelli out. But anyway, I will still talk about the game because I think he deserves it. He's flying, really. He's been, I'll say flying. It's quite hard to battle Hakkinen when Hakkinen is obviously in the field of life and we'll be seeing him go up. But I think Mancinelli's want to look out for the future. And again, I say this because Ferrari have been keeping their eyes on him and they've been doing their tests on him. And as for the part of it, taken by Panis, but not Panis. And again, it comes down to this whole thing of the board might force Vega to his hand really and try and get him in the Ferrari seat because he's Italian, creates loads of good press. But not only that, but I think Mancinelli does deserve it in the coming years. I mean, maybe not by the time 5. I think we've still got some heating issues. I think Mancinelli, this is his first year, he joined halfway through, hasn't had a problem pre-season. It's difficult for a young driver to gel when you haven't really settled in as well as you want to. So Ferrari will probably be forcing him a hand, maybe in the coming years, to maybe sign him, but I think Ferrari also have had their eyes on Hakkinen, Schumacher, they've had their eyes on everyone really. And this is all to replace Mansell. Now, obviously we saw Vega, as Fittipaldi now coming to the pit lane, but we saw Vega in Monza and... Monza? I don't even have that race yet. Imola. We saw Vega in Imola. Now, not only was he the youngest driver ever in Formula 1, 16 years of age, and now I'm not sure if that's allowed or not, I don't know if the Ferrari board needs to be looked into after that one. But he scored points, Ferrari, in Imola, which fair play. And there's yellow flags. Who is it? It's Hill. It's Hill on fire. Hill is on Hill. Damon Hill. Hill is out. That's all the championship contenders are out. I shouldn't know why that is still in here, but Senna, Irvine, Hill. Oh my goodness. I can't quite believe what I'm seeing here, ladies and gents. Hill is out. With an engine problem. There isn't really much as a commentator you can say when stuff like that happens because you don't expect it. I didn't. I'm sure a lot of you guys didn't. But that's it. Hill's out. And this is a crucial race, by the way, where Hill desperately needed the points that he was holding on to just then. He's out. So now, things are looking very bright and sunny Jean Alesi at the moment. I think the heavens have opened for the Frenchman. Maybe even take the championship lead after this one. And in McLaren, I don't think anyone expected to even have a chance. this is what. But the thing is, right? This is what really surprises me. Renault. It's been known during pre-season they've had such a reliable engine, an incredibly reliable engine. An engine that I don't think anyone expected to even blow up this season, and yet they've had so many issues. Right, when they don't need them. Again, I'm just as surprised as you viewers are back at home, because I'm. This comes right as Brian Hussey gets stuck in the mud. Guys getting absolutely swamped. I just can't believe it. There's just so much randomness in this race. I mean, we've had this before. Let me just cast your minds back a little bit. The Silverstone, where we had some absolutely insane finishes, right? And again, Senna still won. But here we might be having an even more surprise than because Herta. Okay. The other flags. Who is it? Oh, it's Katayama. Katayama's out. What with though? I think we all need to know. Transmission. So Katayama is out. Drivers are retiring quite a bit now. I think team owners are going to be very worried as Herta now trying to go down the side over Idol. Not making it easy here. It's all Taki Inui. The Jordans are extremely prone to making mistakes here. Nearly goes off and bam, there goes the left line. So he's going to have to pit for repairs there. Jordan. There's no fixing these guys, is there, unfortunately? He's signed two good drivers. He's signed two really good drivers. Drivers that should be getting the job done in that car, and they're just making all these little silly mistakes. And unfortunately, I think Jordan will have missed out on points. I mean, then again, Brundle is looking quite quick, so you never know. But I'm just surprised they haven't been blown up yet, to be honest. We've had basically all the top teams. We've had millions explode before Jordan in this race. That just shows how ridiculous this is. I haven't a clue what's going on. And I'm worried that Williams are choosing to be Jordans today, but they are. There's no Williams in this race. This is what really surprises me. There's two Jordans still in this race, and yet both Williams are out. What planet are we on at the moment? What? I don't understand it. Clearly the gods are just annoyed at Williams today and Benetton on fire and all the hot turn places. Apart from McLaren. I don't know why. McLaren in a very good position at the moment, first and second. So whether or not that stays, we'll see, but I think it's fair to say we should highlight who is also doing very well on this one, and it was found a Prix too. For a team that's only had one driver scoring points, I'm just going to stop saying things now. I think I'm actually just going to stop talking. I'm going to stop commentating. I'm just going to stop. I just didn't say anything in the comments because I just seem to like jinxing people. That is, oh my goodness gracious me. Can I remind you guys, right? This isn't pre-recorded. I haven't. Well, okay, right. It is pre-recorded, but I am commentating this live as I'm seeing it. I'm not doing a voiceover because that would take 3-4 hours. I'm literally talking over this as I'm seeing it. As I'm seeing it, and that happens. What are the chances of that? Genuinely, what are the chances? I just seem to just jinx everyone in this race. I don't know why. I wish I knew why. And it's kind of scary. There's more yellow flags. Who is it? Oh, it's JJ Leto. JJ Leto's out now. But punctures again. What's going on? I'm really just gonna stop jinxing people because I bet Van der Peek's now basically saying stop talking about McLaren and the fact that they're 1 and 2 because one of them is going to probably blow up or something. Look at that. At this rate, at this rate, everything under the sun seems to be happening. And I don't know why. I really, really do not know why. So that's Van der Peak gone out of the race, and Joe Letto. So I'm very sorry, Jay Kirkham, because I have probably just jinxed later on, as that is just terrible. I can't believe I've just done that. I was just about to say, right, this is what I was going to say, Van der Peak is having an incredible race, and he might be the only other Tyrrell to score in points this season. And that's now obviously been thrown out the window. Maybe for everything round, or maybe never, I don't know. But that's it. That's it. Unfortunately, with Van der Peak, with the transmission. Oh my goodness, right, Lorraine cuts now. Oh, it's this first stop. We're not going to end up with about 7 cars driving with this one. We're literally only going to end up with about 7 cars left. We're only just hit halfway. I think half the grid is missing. I'm kind of worried about what's going to happen in the next 37 odd laps. But 38 odd laps will help. I don't know, I'm losing the time on. Berger right up behind the Lacey now. I mean, this is incredible. I mean, I can't lie. It's been an interesting watch. I think you viewers at home must admit that it's been an interesting watch. I mean, maybe not for Williams, maybe not for Benetton, or, you know, I'm saying that Benetton needs to have one car. Williams don't. But this is just, there's just so much going on here, and this is the state of F1 at the moment. You see, we are all. Everyone's struggling with reliability, even though you have good reliability, or it's just on paper it says you have good reliability, but it doesn't always guarantee it. It doesn't always guarantee it. I'm pretty much never guarantees it. Brian Hurst is in the pit lane again, so that's it in the lane. I assume to that's a scheduled pit stop, sure. So Lacey takes the lead of this race with Berger following behind. Obviously Berger, a race winner in Monaco. I'm not even sure if a Lacey's won a race yet. I need to think about that. I think he has. I mean, he must have done. I mean, I think Lacey must have won at least one race, because he might have been Canada actually, I think the Lacey won. As Lacey has Berger right up behind him. So this is a battle for the lead now. I mean, again, not what you expect. Lap 40 to have Berger and the Lacey battling for the lead, but you know, again, this sport just loves throwing curveballs at pretty much every single chance it can get. Today's an example. Speaking of curveballs, Martin Brundle is out. There we go. There's the Jordan. Off it goes. In a billow of smoke goes the Jordan again. That's a water leak. Yep, the Jordan's out. And that's unfortunate there. Even though it was expected, let's be real. Unfortunately, Jordan will have to wait until the next upgrade window to hopefully get a better package, because they have started the season off with an absolutely terrible Lamborghini engine that decides to blow up every 3 seconds. And yeah, that is unfortunately. Yes, he is. Berger's through into the lead of this race, just ahead of Lacey there. So Berger takes the lead of this race. Now let me see. He is going to need to pit again. Lacey is going to need to pit again. Wait a minute. Still waiting a minute. Come on. Johnny the film, please. Lacey's going to need to pit again. Wow. Okay. The Harter has put a lot less fuel on forwards. I'm not sure McLaren are going to be out there, but okay. As that is Häkkinen through on Schumacher. So Häkkinen and Schumacher 56. Look at that. It'd be such a shame if Lewis would blow up now. Okay, I'm trying not to jinx any of them. I'm just going to... You know what? I'm just going to not talk about any car exploding or having anything to do with it. And who knows, maybe no one will for the rest of this race. Probably won't happen. You never know. Anyway, Hakkinen now P5 ahead of Schumacher. So Hakkinen, I mean, these two had a cracking race. They've been flying. Herta's been flying. Lacey and Berger have been doing well. Unfortunately, the only thing that's letting a lot of these drivers down is the car and the track surface seemingly, because the puncture's got lower. Absolutely, I've not got a reason or clue why. I wish I knew, but I don't, unfortunately. But that's that. Lap 42 of 77. I really need to get. I really need to get a pick on Taylor. It's just me talking to myself in my bedroom for an hour and a half. It's just fantastic, isn't it? Really, I love it though. I'm not complaining. Herta P3. So Herta. Of course, it's P3. We've all seen these P3. Let's move on to let the simulator do the cameras for us. So John Lacey P2 here. Berger pulling away though. He's just seen Herta in the background there. Herta closing down at the rate of knots. But the real question is when Berger and Lacey pull the trigger to pit. And we do not know. Probably the next 10 laps, I reckon, and that will be our last stop. But now the question is, anyone might Herta needs to get past Lacey and Berger before he makes his third and final stop. So Herta will need to pass Berger and Lacey. Otherwise, yeah, he'd have basically lost the game. So right on board in the back of Gerhard Berger. Unfortunately, did have his teammate retire earlier on in this one, but he's really on for a good podium here. Berger. And here's Herta now. Oh, never mind. We now cut to a new going around the outside of Fittipaldi. Fittipaldi running 14th, I believe it is. Is that 14th for Fittipaldi? Yes, it is. So Fittipaldi running 14th for Pacific. Good result there for Pacific. Because their engines are somewhat reliable. Now, this is what I find quite funny actually as well. Because Herta now lapping. What I also find quite funny is after, I think it was the full upgrade. The Pacific suddenly became a very unreliable piece of kit. Now, I haven't a clue why this happened. I don't know what the phenomenon is, or why, or how, or, you know, I really don't know why, but the car hasn't exactly been the most reliable thing. They haven't been able to capitalise off of results when they do need them. But as Mike Mansell, they're lapping a Jordan. And here he goes, still goes Mansell. And there's Herta, so the Herta now on the chase for a last now. This is what I find amazing. I bet you were all expecting this to be a real complete roller coaster. I bet you were all expecting this should be a later on Bobby right now, chasing down Herta, but no, driving an absolute stonking race. There's now right on the back. On the Lacey, I think he may be looking to make a move here. Here we go, fast left, right section. Is he going to try and send one now? Ambitious if he does now, later. I'm surprised that Lacey wasn't just sort of letting him go, but I think the Lacey will do that. He's in the contract, if we're going to put it this way. Technically, Herta is a second rider, and whether the Lacey won't make it too deep for the American, but Herta has the quickest car. Make a move going into turn one. Oh, he isn't. Oh dear. Confidence isn't there, unfortunately, for Herta. The last thing he wants, to be fair to him, is to crash into his teammate. But we've seen a lot of that in the past with Tim McLaren, so having a bit of a ding-dong. Oh dear, don't do that. Oh goodness, I thought he was going to try and go around the outside there. Herta needs to make this move ASAP, though, I think, because Lacey is only just going to hold him up, and I don't really think that's on the agenda for Herta. get past. Make it easy. Without any issues at all. So here we go. Let's put down. And then still, and then that to let cars now as well. So this is just going to be even more of a handle about it. So whether or not this works out the way he wants, I'm going to come up to some laps cars who I don't think Herta is going to get past. Lacey's got slip. Yeah, wow. I think they're going to go through in tandem into turn 1 on back out. Yeah, there we go. Oh, it's looking quite tight there, but okay, back out, back off. I think back out can try and send him down the inside of the lap car there. That would have been. Well, we've seen a lot of what Sauber's capable of this season, if we will. But I think we'll look at. We'll just forget about Pacific, I think, for the sake of Sauber. But that is still being looked into, by the way, so whether or not that will be a points deduction at the end of the season, we will still not know. As Lacey, though, not taking any prisoners and singing them down the inside. All this is just helping Berger. This is really helping Berger all of this. And he's put Berger in a fantastic position with these back markers holding Herta up and everything, really. This is just helping him so much. At what point there was Herta? There we go. Through he goes. Herta is through. Well, he's not really through. He's just lapped him. They're way too hard. They're going to flag aren't really a thing. Which I think they will need to be in the future, because if not, then more stuff like this will be happening. And Lacey, though, still ahead of his teammate. And even more ahead is one called Berger. And Berger has a lovely way back markers holding him up. That's allowed him to pull away quite a bit there as there's moves being made in the back. So Marini, I think, from Barrichello and Morbidelli. Trying to go just coming on there. Now, right on board with Herta, still not on his teammate. He's 60 inside the back of that car. And head up in turn 4, I believe. In turn 5. Come up into 6-7 chicane. Herta still not aggressive enough to make a move on his teammate. And this is where I think the race is going to be won or lost. Herta needs to get past the Lacey, or he's going to use the majority of his tyres here and not have enough to catch up to Berger. Again, he's just not doing it. He isn't. He's not. Herta needs to make this move as soon as possible, because otherwise he is just going to be losing time. As here we go. Herta is really close to a Lacey now. He has to be making this move going into turn 1. Yeah, it's getting done now. Through goes Herta into second place. There we go. Herta's doing this. There was a more capacity on there. Rydell P9, Marini 10th, Morbidelli 11th, Barrichello 12th. Fair enough. Coulthard 13th. Now comes the charge. So I'm saying about 6 laps Herta needs to catch and pass Berger in order for him to actually win this race, because Herta's going to pit again. Berger isn't. I think this strategy might come into Berger's hands here. There's a still living car. Mansel's out. Mansel's out with an oil leak. Mansell is out. The Ferrari, who was running 4th place, is out of this race. What is going on today? What is going on? All the top teams are pretty much out, apart from McLaren. I really can't believe that. As Coulthard now on back in the big battle there, going over 9th. As Coulthard now sends it down the inside of Barrichello in Sauber, which is now, frankly, worse than the centre mode. So Mansell is out then, so that pushes up into 4th, Schumacher up into 5th. But look at how many cars there are, there's barely any left. We're running out here of cars on the track. And with just 28 laps left to go, anything still can happen. And I'll tell you what, Herta is absolutely flying here to the back of Berger. Herta is still on, possibly win this if he can catch and overtake Berger, may I remind you. Lacey in the pits though, so Lacey is in for his final stop. Lacey pits. Lacey comes in. And the car, I think, in clean air, just looking at the mini-map, it does look like he'll come out in clean air. I think he will really go out in clean air. Oh, really? He doesn't. Yellow flags, who is it? Michael Schumacher! Schumacher's out! Schumacher's out with an all. Oh my goodness! Schumacher's out with an all leak. There's a Lacey now sends it down on the side of Fittipaldi to lap him there, but Schumacher's now out. Schumacher running in such a good position for Lotus is now out of this race. The Austrian. And Herta, he's loving it here in Hungary. Because this where he will get his first ever Formula 1 race win. And I'll head through. Past the sector 1 line into sector 2. Now neck and neck here are the two drivers, so I don't think we were expecting to really be fighting for the win here, but here you go. Watch it, drink it in. This is the battle for the lead of the race. Herta after his first ever F1 win. Berger after scoring an incredible one in Monaco. I think it's fair to say we all know who's on the front foot here, and that is Herta. Yellow flags. That's Barrichello. Barrichello's out. I think we need to quickly clear the battle for the race lead. Barrichello's out, so that's another retirement there. With a loose wheel. Is Herta going to send down the outside of Barrichello? Not Barrichello, Berger going to turn 1, Berger's going to try and hold around the outside, but no, Brian Herta takes the lead of the race. Herta is through and takes the lead. Berger in P2. There you go, there's also a battle here for P3. Häkkinen driving an absolutely incredible race here for Wolves. He's now probably going to be overtaken by Lacey, who's fast charging and through over Lacey, but there we go now, right on board at the back of the Frenchman. The two Pacifics are battling as well for 11th and 12th for Verstappen and Fittipaldi, so Pacifics, yeah, having a decent race. Some good reliability on their front to help them to stay in this one. And 11th and 12th, so and a good one here for Pacific as well. But Herta now leading. I think the best thing Berger can do here is probably pit on this next lap, which I think he will be doing, yes. So Berger, I think, will be boxing this lap. So we will see Tyrrell come into the pit lane. an interesting one. This race has thrown every curveball I think he's got. Does it have any more twists in the tail? I wish I knew, but I don't. Don't have a crystal ball, unfortunately. I mean, I will, watching this premiere back in all words we won't, but I will. So, but it's been an incredible race for Herta and for McLaren. Hopefully they can hold on for their sake. But an absolutely incredible result. Seeing Matil peel into the pit lane, we should see him in the background. There we go, in comes Berger. So Berger now pits from second place. He will go behind Lacey, I believe. This is pit stop, depends on how long it will be, but Berger is in the pit lane. There's Herta now getting held up a bit here. Going inside he goes. No, he isn't. He's getting very much home. Maybe a bit of contact there. Careful, Herta, mate. Careful. To show a beacon Mohammed here. Mohammed is not making it easy for him. That's all, is he? There we go. Mohammed lets him through. Herta absolutely flying at the moment. Berger now. He's out of the pit lane just behind the Lacey and just ahead of Hakkinen. So Berger on a fresh set of tyres. He's now going to be pushing. That would be undercut. So, but now there's a bunch of lap cars that they catch up to, if you can still mean that, but those lap cars are going to cause a lot of trouble, I think. Or this guy, this is Panis, now is the pit lane. You know what, I think it's fair to say, footwork, Panis has done an absolute stellar job. He's doing just what he needs to do. Mohammed in P6 as well, I think, is also incredible. I think he's on for his first points in F1. And what with Delhi as well, after spinning his own P7, I mean, you know, like I said, way earlier on, there's still loads of laps remaining. Anything can and probably will happen. As Panis comes up the pit lane, Panis, after his last stop, is now fifth. So Panis, footworker on for a good haul of points here. They can hold on to that. And speaking of good haul of points, the routes as well are forbidden. They can hold on, that is. Lap cars, I think, are probably getting out of the way of the front runners. Yeah, so just looking at the mini-map. So, okay, there we go. So Berger has cleared some of the back markers. And he's not one of those. He is running in P4. But Lacey will be looking to undercut his teammate. I think that is the plan. I'm not sure if they're working together or against each other. There's Coulthard now being wrapped. Running P9 there for Simtek. Very, very close to points. Just a few more DNFs from the cars ahead. Mohammed is out. Mohammed's out. Mohammed's out. Beacon Mohammed. The transmission problem is out of this race. That is so unfortunate there for the Minardi squad. I think they would like to have scored points. But unfortunately, Mohammed will not get his first points in Formula 1. He is driven in this incredible race though. And he is out with the running. Lacey is closing that gap for Herta on his fresh rubber. As you'd like to hope he is. Mohammed is out, but that pushes all the drivers that you would not expect to be getting points in this race up another position. Coulthard is terrifyingly close. Actually, not terrifyingly close. Okay, terrifyingly close is a good thing, by the way, if Kimo is watching. He's terrifyingly close to getting a points position here. And okay, I'll tell you who we will be terrified for, the Pacific team, because if Coulthard scores points in this one, he will go ahead of, it seems like we'll go ahead of Pacific in the constructors in the fight of I'm sure those two have got a bit of a rivalry going on, so I'm sure one will like to finish over the other one. Berger closing. Has he found the gap for Lacey a little bit here? I'm really not sure, but they are very close together. And with 20 laps left to go, the race that has thrown, as I've said in the past, everything at us. And I think we now only have at least 12 cars left when you count there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And on top we have 12 cars left. That is it. No more. So 12 cars remaining in this one. And Coulthard is into 7th. And he's passed right down. Coulthard is on for points here for Syntec. The question is, can he hold on? He's been driven incredibly well for Coulthard. Genuinely incredible. He's good pass at Benetton there for that position on pace. So I'm wondering, is there something wrong with the Benetton actually? There is something wrong with the Benetton. Oh my goodness. He's smoking. There is something wrong with the Benetton. I knew he was driving too slow. My devil. He's up in smoke. Oh my goodness. He's up in smoke. He's out. Rydell's out. That's another car out of this race. And he's parked up right beside the back. Look, I'm... What is going on? There's 11 cars left. Did not expect after about 17 laps, and I saw no records. So I was like, obviously everyone's not playing the better cars. Everyone's going to be, reliable, but the chances of it's happening are so incredibly slim. I just haven't a clue as to why everyone is choosing today is blowout day or barbecue day, however you want to put it. It's just an explosion. We've got generally been just failing without mechanical punctures, had loose wheels. We've had everything in this one. I think we've had every single failure you can get in this race. I can't believe it. And yet Herta is still, Herta mind you, has been susceptible to so many failures this season. And I think it's now good. But Berger is now right on the back of a Lacey here, so Tyrrell. Again, this is another team that has been hampered with mechanical problems with that Peugeot engine. Is now right on the back of a Lacey, and is now maybe looking to make a move for second to disrupt the flow of the McLaren 1-2. Through he goes. Gerhard Berger takes second place away from a Lacey. So Gerhard Berger now into P2. Now, depending on where Herta pits, and when, Berger could be winning this. Because I'm not sure. I mean, Herta has been very quick though when he pits for new tyres, so this is all just speculation. But Herta is definitely pitting again. His fuel is very low, I think it's fair to say. So what will happen is move for changes. Electrical problem for Panis, but he's pitting. There's an electrical problem for Panis, but he is pitting. That's very unfortunate, but I think he should be fine. Or is he? I think it should be fine. But there's an electrical problem there for Panis, but he pits to fix that. So I think that is mendable. If it is mendable, I don't know incredible job. But Morbidelli as well, mind you, spinning on the first few laps. He's now P5. Incredible drive there from the Italian, but Panis should. Yeah, Panis comes out in 6th. So Panis comes out in 6th. Electrical problem didn't hamper him all too much. He returns out in 6th. Syntec were very much opening their eyes to that one. They were like, oh my goodness, this is off our usually. There's out from the buffer for Panis to fix with that problem and come out all fine and dandy. So now I've Herta, Berger and a Lacey. So here is Herta. 17 laps to go for the American. When is he going to pull the trigger and come into the pit lane? think it's now. It is now. Herta pits. This is important. This is incredibly important. We're going to have a look at Berger here. So this is very important for Herta. He needs a good stop. He needs to come out at the right time. So Herta in the pits now. Berger rounds the final few corners now. Herta is out of his box. So Herta has already finished his pit stop. Who is going to come out in the lead of this race? Here we go. Berger takes the lead. Is Alesi going to get past his teammate? He is. He's going to get past Herta. He's going to try around the outside. And Prix, even though he's a lap down, is going to hamper Herta's chance of winning this race. I think it's fair to say Herta now has 16 laps. Prix lets him go. Ooh, very close there, just pushing off the track there, but Prix lets Herta go to the one in front. Herta, as he now makes his charge for the lead of the race. He's got 16 laps left to go. Fresh tyres, low fuel. I think it's on here for Herta. As Berger is going to be in just a little bit of trouble. As Herta has been incredible this race. I think it's fair to say he has been absolutely flying. Not much has been able to stop him today. I'm sure he will want to hope it stays that way. They're flying down the main straight. Herta is flying. I think he's going to have the fastest lap, I think. The track is all rubbered in and all fine here. With his teammate for the lead for second. Pardon me, sorry. He'll be battling for seconds to get past, without any sense whatsoever. He's going to get past Alesi, I'm sure, ASAP, but Alesi may not make it all too easy for the American. As we all know, it's a very clear number one and a very clear number two driver in this team. He's now attacking Nui. He's making a move on Fittipaldi here. Here he goes. Nui is through on Fittipaldi. Well, the Pacifics then dropping from 8th and 10th to now 9th and 11th. So when that happened, I have no idea. There we go. And Jean Alesi. And his fast-moving American teammate right up behind him. And I think a move is going to be made for the lead of the race. Not the lead, for second place. I'm so used to this being a new race. Here we go, Herta. Second place. Herta now into second place. Next target is Berger for the lead. Herta has driven an incredible race. This once in a blue moon race. This is incredible form here for the American. As he now chases down Berger for the lead of this one. And it's driven the Austrian still race winner in Monaco, leading the race here in Hungary. I know a lot of people call Hungary Monaco without walls. How do you want to call it? It was pointless in that level. It was a very clear straight, opposed to Monaco, which is more than just a slight curve. We call it a straight, but that's what it is. This is one of those tracks that is hard to overtake on. It seems like Tyrrell capitalises on tracks like this. The McLaren as well. Herta, surely the fastest lap. Yeah, there we go. I think it's just a very good lap. I'm not sure if it was his fastest lap, but the fastest lap of the race, but he has just set a very quick lap. I think the fastest lap of the race is Irvine's. Had he still been in this race, he would have been gone, really. He'd have checked out for his flight in the next round, I think. But Berger still has Herta chasing him down, and Berger really put the gear into 7th or 8th or 9th gear, really, if he wants to hold on to this lead. But Herta is so quick as well. Again, it's unexpected, really, especially coming off the back of quali, but we all expected him to be thereabouts, maybe get some points. We've definitely got points if we just hold on, but if the lead, I don't think many people expected it, really. I don't think Berger expected it either. I think Berger is relatively annoyed with this American is so quick today. I mean, he's scored a podium once in the Formula Herta, and now it looks like he's going to score his first win without even scoring a podium first. So it's incredible, really. But it's looking very, very possible here. Now head down into turn 1, 13 laps left to go. So chasing down. Cut to a Lacey. But I think the most important thing is I think there's 11 cars left in this one. 11. Yeah, you heard me. 11 cars left. In what world, right, is that, especially with all these upgrades, the chances of this happening, ladies and gentlemen, I think I need to just elaborate the chances of something like this actually happening are so inherently low that I don't think anyone can really I'm sat here, especially after when Senna and Irvine went off this on I was like, this is going to be a weird race, because we've pretty much all of the top teams, we're out of Williams. There's no Williams, there's no Benetton, there's no Ferrari. McLaren is the only one of the top teams that are standing still. And that I can't quite believe. I find that insane. I mean, especially when you consider McLaren, yeah, sure. The Yamaha is reliable. They're not quick, they're reliable. The show should be the winner. But he's now cut to Berger out, leading this race here. There we go. Berger still in the lead. And Herta chasing him down. With 11 laps left to go, I think Herta's got this in the bag, really. Surely he's going to be making his move as soon as possible. Crushing Jay Kirkham's dreams of a number 2 win. But I also do think it's fair to say that Berger has been carrying to him back this season. Really. Tyrrell coming to this race with 19 points in the Constructors. Berger has come into this race 19 points for the drivers. It's fair to say he's been scoring points for Tyrrell. Berger is making that car work, which is a surprise, really. Especially after, I think, I'm not sure his team was getting out of Tony Hayes. Tony Hayes mentioned that this car was the worst he'd ever driven at the beginning of the season, and that he saw that he retired from every race he competed in, and was replaced by Van der Poel. The three guys do that Herta into the race. Herta, unsurprisingly, takes the lead of Hungarian Grand Prix. He now has a lap car just ahead of him now. Herta is in the lead of the race, and is now lapping Morbidelli. I tell you what, Morbidelli's been very... come on, Morbidelli. I was just about to say, you've been very good at getting out of people's way, but that was very close to an airplane crash there. And yourself and Berger. But Herta now is just going to run over him. There's 10 laps left to go in this one, 11 cars left. So, we're going to have to play the waiting game, I'm sure. Proud Herta, a winner in Formula 1, which I'm sure he's been waiting for ages to accomplish. He is now en route to take what I'm sure he was not expecting this year. As Berger now right on board the back of, just seeing Morbidelli in the back there. So there's just Verstappen in 9th, all kicking up a bit of grass there, but Pacific, I'm sure, will probably want a few more retirements to happen, and or maybe not, because of Coulthard. The last thing they want, I'm sure, is Coulthard scoring points, but then again, sure what the rivalry is like in that team. Maybe, you know, they get on. Sure, I think they get on and they're happy when each other score points, which is unlike anyone I've seen. But you know, they get on. I think the team owners of Pacific and Syntec, and I think they just want a nice fair rivalry. I think that's what they've been doing this season. But it's been a while Bobby Garrett Burger. Has been incredible, really. I mean, he really has. You know, blown all expectations until he scored points. I think up until was it San Marino when he got their third podium of the season. Sorry, it was Fittipaldi. I think we can watch around. We got it. We're gonna get some around the track. He's the 11th place finisher. We're gonna get our flags. Reserve flags. Who are we getting flags for? Morbidelli's out with his winner. That's Morbidelli out. That puts Coulthard into the points. Coulthard for Syntec is going to go into the points-paying positions here as Morbidelli is out. I couldn't get a good picture of Morbidelli, but he's gone. Morbidelli's out of the race. And that puts Coulthard into 6th place. Points-scoring positions for Syntec. They haven't been able to score points since round 1. They've been waiting for ages. Is this the round they're going to be able to score even more? I can't believe it. I can't believe what I'm seeing here. I don't know why the cameras didn't cut. That was so important to have seen what happened there to Morbidelli. But Morbidelli's out after an incredible comeback drive. Morbidelli's out. And we're now left with 10 cars. Lacy's on! Lacy, oh my goodness. Lacy there, nearly had a howler. And I think the pressure might be getting to him there. He knows he should be scoring more than this in a race where literally everyone's retiring. And the pressure might be getting to him here. He wants to catch up to Berger, but Berger is off into the distance. And speaking of Berger, here he is, but I can't believe what's going on here. We've had so many shock retirements and put Coulthard in a points-paying position for Syntec. Are there any more twists in the tail with 7 laps left to go? Herta leads, Berger's second, Lacy's in third. Back in 4th. Verstappen's going with Verstappen. Verstappen's slowing! Verstappen's slowing! With a transmission problem, 7 laps to go. Verstappen is slowing and he's out. Verstappen's out. Verstappen's out with a transmission. Oh my goodness. There's 9 cars left in this race. 9 cars left. At this point, I would not be surprised if Hakkinen wins this. I mean, or even like Nui. Like, this is insane. They've got barely any finishes. Of this before, but anyway, Berger coming up to Fittipaldi. I think he's just been let this lap, I think. Yeah, so Fittipaldi is 2 laps down. So it's crazy. I'm really surprised here. Goes around, comes around, and at the end of the day, I think this, if we can survive, we'll get points. But here we go, here's Herta. You can still see Herta from Berger's on board. So Berger is not up and down. Herta thoroughly deserves this one. He's driven an absolute flight. Here's John Lacy. In P3. Lacy now. There's 6 laps left to go in this one. Herta now. Just lapping. Amazingly, I'm not Jordan has lasted as long as he has. So it's a good job for Jordan. Getting him into the end. And at this point, there's Coulthard's out of points. Coulthard, I've just missed that. I missed that. Coulthard's out. No! What's happened to Coulthard? He's out of the points. Larini has taken the last point. It's a heartbreak for Syntec. I couldn't even see that. I'm so sorry. I've missed that, but the qualifier is now in 7th. Marini takes 6th. And a shock twist of events. Oh my goodness, I'm really sorry I've missed that, but qualifier is now out of the points. So he's going to need a miracle to get points here. Herta though, at what point did McLaren go on call to Herta and say, look, stop pushing so hard. There's 5 laps left to go. The last thing we want is a mistake or a problem with the car. And there's Berger, P2. Up into the lap of Jordan here. Attacking me. That's gone on, it's crazy. It really is. There's your Lacey. And around the final 2 corners, I was very worried then. My heart did drop for a second because I firmly believed that I thought it was an engine failure or something was wrong with the McLaren, but no, all is good. So down comes a Lacey into turn 1. 9 cars remain in this one. Who said Hungary can't be interesting? Well, I say, so realistically, it's only been interesting because there's been loads of engine failures, should I say. But it's interesting for me. I highly doubt it's interesting for the team owners who want to get the result. But I'm saying that it will be interesting for the player. Definitely interesting for the player. I mean, they've had a good race. It's on the till. I think Van der Poel remaining in this race will be 5th right now, but that's pretty good. Maybe even 4th, to be honest. There's 4 laps left to go here. And it's fair to say that he's got this one wrapped up ready for Christmas. He's going to celebrate it like a party as well. I mean, of course he is. Celebrate it. Oh, Christmas has come early. It's Herta. It's Berger as well. Can be happy, I think, with his results. There's a Lacey. His way around the final corner. I don't think we'll be seeing any more issues. And then again, we've seen it before this season. We really have failures. Have come out of absolutely nowhere. It's the last thing Herta will be on board with the American. So there we go. Reinhardt a lap around Hungary there. He's got just a few more laps left to go before he's crowned a first-time winner in Formula One. He has driven the absolute socks off of that McLaren. And he's going to reap the rewards. That I think has thrown pretty much everything at us. Not just me, drivers, teams, viewers, everything. This race has had pretty much everything. I think it's fair to say. Now, Reinhardt starts his final lap. Yeah. So, the American, earlier in this season there were rumours, there were talks on him being sacked from McLaren, there were talks of him being replaced at McLaren. There were talks absolutely everywhere, we couldn't avoid him. Is Herta good enough for F1? Should he have stayed in IndyCar? I think it's fair to say here today, he's proving all of those doubters entirely incorrect. He has driven a magnificent race. He held off Senna until Senna had a puncture. He capitalised at the right time, and Irvine also had this puncture at the exact same corner as Senna. In racing, sometimes it's not about pure pace, but it's about capitalising at the right moments. Herta's had the pace today when he's needed it. And he's now going to come around the final two corners. They said he may never win a Formula 1 race, but he now comes around the final corner, and Reinhardt wins the Hungarian Grand Prix for McLaren. Take a bow, and through he goes, and he wins. In second place, it's Gerhard Berger there for Tyrrell. Fantastic drive for the Tyrrell team. That will push him up quite a few positions, I think, of the drivers. Anis there comes across the line in fifth, a lap down. And Lacey running third place as well. Caps off a double podium for McLaren. And Taki Inui as well, just about holding off from Fittipaldi for eighth. Mika Hakkinen as well, scoring a career best fourth position here. Crossing the line, and LaRousse score a good heap of points. Here we have Larini as well, a lap down, and unfortunately for Syntec, taking away their chances of getting a point here in this race. But Larini will be chuffed, I think, with this one right on board with the Italian. Larini out round the final corner and scores the final point position for Ligier. Here's Coulthard, so close yet so far to points. Cross the line, be the last finisher. And this has been Hungary, ladies and gents. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one.